Hello, Yeeps. Today I will be talking about the things that I think they could add to the Battlecraft update, and basically you can consider it like an upgrade your Battlecraft update. I know that's kind of dumb. Anyways, let's just get into it. Alright, first up, this is something that's like an animal company thing. Basically, like, you know how butchos are like melee weapons or like missiles are explosives? Basically, you can have these specific category of weapons that can have damage multipliers. So instead of like 2 times damage multiplier multiplying all damage, just melee weapons will be have like 2x, or like just explosives will be half x. So I think that'd be pretty cool. Alright, next up, I think spectator mode would be pretty cool. So I think it looked like the join team button, except it just lets you walk around the map, except you won't be in the game at all. So you're just someone, you can still experience knockback, I guess, but you can't die or anything. And you're just there, and you still have still the same movement, like the same normal movement, except you move around. Well, except you can't be killed, but you also can't do damage. So I'm considering that. And also for the mobile app, I think they should let players go through the teleporters, because that's currently an issue I have where, like, if there's a map where I can only access through teleporters, like my private world, I can't access it at all, and that's kind of annoying. Alright, now that we have the nerd stuff out of the way, let's get to the fun part. First up, RC boats. We just had RC cars, and then Christmas RC train, and then in the recent update, we had an RC tank, and then they added RC planes. Obvious choice here, add an RC boat. Here's like my design for it. There's the normal boat. It'll cost 4,800 like the normal plane and the normal car. And then the battleship, which is like the RC plane that can shoot stuff, or the tank, and it costs 5,600. Alright, next up, what I'm considering, Pellet revolvers. I forgot to draw the concept art for this, but you know the animal company revolver, I'm pretty sure most of you do. It's just gonna be very similar to that, but with this for beginners that who want a gun. Next up, fuzz throwers. Fuzz throwers, flamethrowers. That's basically what I'm considering. Here's my concept art for them. I'm pretty happy with how this one turned out. And it's basically like I guess it'll look kind of like the bazooka or the shotgun, and you can just just let out a constant spray of like fuzz or like white fire, and anyone within that range will take some damage. Um, like it'll take your damage. Maybe it could even take like sap cotton from you. Ooh, actually no, I just came up with another good idea. Like oops, I didn't mean to pull you guys out. Basically like a wand that can sap other people's cottons. And it's back to the fuzz thrower though. Um, it's just a flamethrower. Anyone within the range will take damage basically. And I guess it's pretty expensive to use. Quick interruption. Please join my Discord. First 100 people will get a special role called the Alpha Blobs. It means you were here since like the alpha version, I guess. It's like alpha, beta, and then like gamma. Well, people don't usually put gamma in video games. But you get the point. First 100 people will get a special role. Please join. Link is in the description. Back to the video. Alright, next up, SMGs. I'm not sure which one they look like, so I'm just not gonna pull it out. Here's the concept art, and I'm pretty sure I did come up with this idea myself, but some of you guys did also come up with it before me, so shout out to these people here, somewhere. So yeah, good job to them. I didn't necessarily use their idea, but I can't also discredit them, so just shout out to these people. Here's my concept art. And basically it'll fire like a burst of bullets, or if you don't want it to be constantly firing a burst of bullets, or maybe like when you pull it out, you press like the A or B button and it'll just like fire a burst of bullets, like 3 or 4, or maybe it could just have a constant fire, and I think that'd be pretty cool. Next up, metal bats. They're basically bats, but they're metal, and metal bats, oops, basically they can sometimes destroy, well, like, let's take reinforced pillows. Wrong one. Reinforced pillows. Normal bats can't destroy him. Metal bats can destroy him. Kind of. metal bats will probably have to hit multiple times, like 3 or 4, to break the reinforced pillow, so the metal bats aren't too overpowered. But other than that, I think that's good. Or actually, there's another idea coming up that'll actually mention the metal bats again. Uh, I'll just talk about it when I get to that item. Next up, poison bombs. I drew a poison grenade, so like these impulse grenades. Uh, or it's also like these snowballs. We don't need those for now. And basically, you could. Well, that's nice. So you could have like this version, like a sticky version, and a placement version, like these normal bombs right here. I'm pretty sure you could have a version for all of those, and basically it's the poison gas bomb. It was suggested by this person too. I really like this idea, so shout out to this person. I forgot their name. I don't have the comment on my screen right now, actually. Anyways, so basically it'll take a constant stream of health from you, and you'll just consistently lose health if you're in the area. And it's also kind of like radiation. So like if you're within the area, you'll lose health, and if you're also within the initial radius of it, even if you get out of the area, you'll still lose health for a bit. Next idea, bouncing missiles. Missiles, of course, they explode on impact. Now here's my concept idea here. It has that little bouncing logo. It's kind of yellow, really. I think it's like a yellowy orange at the top. But basically, it'll bounce off of like 2 or 3 surfaces before exploding. Shout out to this person for this idea. I think a lot of the comments actually you guys suggested on the last video, those were great. I love those. So I would love to see more from you guys, and maybe if it's good enough, I'll even put it in my next video. Anyways, basically, bouncing missiles, they bounce off walls. So say I threw it there, it would have bounced off first, hit the wall, and then it could have come back and exploded on the floor. Alright, now we're going to move on to creative items. First up, soldier gnome. Here's a little concept art right here somewhere. It's just a soldier gnome. Well, it's just a gnome with like green shirt and hat. And it has like ammunition across like the commando bundle. It's really simple. Next up, diagonal trampolines and fans. They're basically how they sound. They blow that in the diagonal direction, so you can like put them in corners. And I actually didn't come up with this either. Shout out to this person. They came up with this, and it's actually a pretty creative idea. Next up, smoker. This was really hard for me to come up with the concept art for. It's basically like it's like a bomb kind of, and it'll. Well, I guess that's not the best example. This one. Let's use this one so it doesn't blow up my couch. And it's basically you can set it on. It's like this. Ooh. And then from here, there will be a constant stream of smoke. So like for example, in boat battle, you have like there's this area with smoke bombs, right? And to detonate them. Oh god, I can't see anything. To detonate them, you gotta like blow them up or something. But the smoker, it'll basically always be smoking and only in one direction. Or you could also have an all-direction smoker too, and it'll just be smoking in all direction. And basically, it'll always be smoky in either that one direction or the entire area around it. And next one, cracked wood. Now, cracked wood, a lot like cracked glass, it's destroyable. Except, here, let me take you here somewhere. Cracked glass is destroyable by normal bats. But, so, like right here, cracked glass. It's destroyable by normal bats. Cracked wood, though, can't be destroyed by normal bats. It can only be destroyed by metal bats, which is what I was talking about earlier. So I think this would be a pretty cool idea, and it would also give a pretty important use to the new metal bats, besides being able to destroy reinforced pillows. So I think this would, like, those two paired together would make a pretty good idea. Alright, last few things, we're gonna finish up this video. First up, metal. It's basically like gray wood, but it has like screws on the sides of the blocks, so it gives the more metally look. And maybe like when you walk on it, like you can kind of hear metal clanging together, or like when your controllers hit together. Let me hold it up. Yeah, like that, I guess, but like more metally. So I think that would be cool, like if you wanted to design a safe and you wanted to feel a bit more realistic. I haven't really come up with other ideas. Maybe it's like blast proof, so like bombs won't affect through it. But I don't know how hard that'll be to code. So trash games, if you do consider that, hopefully good luck coding. I'm not a very good coder, but that does feel like it'd be pretty hard. Last thing, rugs. Uh, Now sometimes when I'm building, oh wait, I don't have slabs right now. Like I want to place slabs on the floor, and then I just want to put something right on top of it, but I can't. So basically, rugs are colored slabs, except they act like they're part of the block below. So basically, if you place a slab, this entire area above it, you can't place anything. But if you place a rug here instead, on top of it, you could still continue placing items like smoke bombs. So that I feel like that would make it much easier for building some things, like especially like houses and stuff. I'm currently working on a starter house revamp that hopefully I can get out by next week. There's a lot of footage. I'm getting distracted. And basically, I feel like it would make some things look much better. Anyways, if you guys like this video, please like, please subscribe. Last time the video did really well. Suggest some other ideas. Join the Discord, it's somewhere down there. I don't know where, it's somewhere though. Join it. And I think that's all I have to say. Goodbye.